just like to thank everybody that came out today and all the other events that we've had to support our post office that we are going to finish here in a couple months, if not sooner. But I just wanted to thank everybody, and I wanted to thank the American Postal Workers Union for their donation, $30,000, as you see the check there. I'd like to introduce Bruce Clark from the union. He's got a letter here he's going to read to us.
Hi, I'm Bruce Clark. I'm the Iowa State President of the American Postal Workers Union. And on behalf of President Burrus, who really initiated this and decided that we needed to give the money to this community to help save your postal service, and on behalf of 300,000 bargaining unit members of the American Postal Workers across the United States, we are this gathering here is very typical to me, you know, small town Iowa pulling together, having fundraisers for the local fire department or you name it, and that's what we do in Iowa. And he couldn't believe you had raised all that money through these dinners. I said, well, you haven't been to real Iowa, pal. That's what we do out here. And I said, you know, it's just like what our union does. We stick together. It's common folks, working people, sticking together, fighting the big guys many times, and that's what a union's all about, and that's what you're doing here, and it's absolutely appropriate. In spite of the fact you may or may not realize, we don't have a union member in this town. I mean, as far as working at that, it has no effect on our union whatsoever. The postmaster, it's a small enough office that there's only a postmaster, and the clerk workforce that we would normally have isn't in this office. But our president was so impressed with the effort you've made, and so frustrated, of course, as we frequently are with postal bureaucracy, with the bosses, that they would kind of jerk you around this way that they have for 4 years. Yeah. That he said, you know, those people aren't just complaining out there. They really got down to it and did the work they had to do to save that post office. The least we can do is to top off that fund and ensure that they make what they need to do this. So that's what he did, and we, that's in addition to fighting, of course, for the rights and benefits and dignity on the job of our members, we always fight for the service. We're very proud to say that we work for a public institution that you own. You know, the postal management frequently forgets that you own the post office. This is your post office, not just here, but all over the country. And we are proud to do the work of serving you, of binding the nation together through communication and information and your letters and so forth. And so it's extremely important to us, and we always fight for that. In addition to fighting for our rights on the job, we fight for the service of the American people. And I have here an actual check. this one they sent, it looks a little better, but it might be a little hard to cash. But we have an actual check here for $30,000 to the American Postal Workers Union. And I have a letter from President Burrus. It's addressed to the Save McCausland Post Office. Dear community, on behalf of the members of the American Postal Workers Union, AFL-CIO, I am pleased to forward a check in the amount of $30,000 to assist your community in the preservation of your postal facility. The identity of many small communities throughout our great country are dependent upon the existence of a federal presence through the United States Postal Service, and your community is deserving of preserving your past. The demands made upon you by postal management are beyond the means of your small community, so our union is proud to be of assistance. To the citizens of the McCausland community, the members of our union are pleased that we can play a small part in the preservation of your identity as a community. In solidarity, William Burrus, President, American Postal Workers Union. We got a future councilman here, and as Lloyd so correctly said, well, that's why we're doing this, to fight for our future. And that is what we do. That's what we do as working people in Iowa, is we fight for the future of our children and our grandchildren. And that future needs to include a post office in McCausland, and I think now it will. So I don't think they've got the nerve now, after everything you've done and all the support that's been behind you, to try to mess with you anymore. So I presume you're good to go with the post office for probably a long time. And, I just want to say again, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for your hospitality, and way to go. You know, you guys have done this. It's fantastic. To see a small community like this pull together, it's fantastic, really. So, Mike, Lloyd, all of you who have done all this, Jan, the postmaster, we're delighted to be able to be of some small part in this great celebration. So, thanks very much.